Hello, welcome to the stream. It's been a day. I didn't stream yesterday, even though I said 99% chance I would. I just wanted to do some life activities, so it didn't happen. But it's okay. We're back now. Try to get Francie to 51 today. See if it happens, because you know next week is going to be 2 streams maximum. So I guess we should start. I had an alright day yesterday. I was feeling pretty confident about life, you know, going forward after doing some planning. Just reviewing what I want to get done next year, the year after, all that stuff, you know. See if the boat rocks up while we pick up this quest. Got an eventful weekend, hopefully, if the weather's good. I'm gonna go to the beach, but not really for the beach. There's just a festival happening, and I feel like even though I probably won't go there and buy anything or do any activities, just want to be there, see what's going on. Maybe run into some people. You know, it's been quite a while since I lived in this town and actually participated in any activities, so there are still some people that live here that I know. And you never know. And then next week some friends are coming over. They're not... They might not come to my house, so maybe they're not coming over. But they're coming to stay in the town. From Australia. So that should be fun. Alright, let's see. We're 108,000 away from level 51. We have 2 quests out here in Foralis that we're gonna just blast quite quick. And then I said I might do 50 to 51 with some grinding rather than go to the blasted lanes. That is still probably the case. Maybe grind some furbolgs, get our rep done. We only need 200 reps, so what's that? 5 rep per mob, like 40 mobs. If my math is correct. I think it is. Although we are allowed to get feathers now, so maybe we wouldn't need 40 mobs. Whirlwind Axe. Level 50. We've still got 4 levels to do this leg on Francie. So that could be a level 54 Whirlwind Axe. Oh, I do not like the sounds of that, I'm gonna be honest. I would rather get rid of it as soon as possible, but we shall see. Not the beast weapon either. So I think maybe... Not sure. Thinking maybe I stay at the Harpies for like an hour pop all the potions and then just stay here for an hour, but they're sometimes a bit dangerous. Do you see with a whirlwind next warrior? But we shouldn't need like hours upon hours of furbolgs. Although we are eventually going to have to kill hours of furbolgs, right? It's an interesting conundrum. But yeah, I'd say this rest of this level is going to be mostly grinding. We'll do these quests, of course. So that's going to be over 10,000 experience. Not too bad. Been playing a little more Warhammer Online, obviously. My warrior priest is now out of tier 1. It was funny because I was participating in some RVR on my warrior priest, having a good time, and then I was about to hit level 16, so it would have kicked me out. Basically, it turns you into a chicken, which is the same as being kicked out because you can't do anything when you're a chicken. And I was the only healer in there. And as soon as I left, because I was going to be kicked out anyway, order fell apart. We're having a nice even battle. Destruction had more healers and tanks, like they usually do. But I was keeping it together, right? Like we were dying, they were dying. It was kind of even. Really hard to heal when you're the only healer, when you don't have many abilities for it. But as soon as I left, order just stopped existing. It went from really even to absolutely terrible for them. So I did feel a little bit bad because, well, I had to go. I did potion also, so maybe we're staying. See. Yeah, I've just been doing a little bit of PvE now on that character. After hitting level 16, I generally do a few levels of PvE just to catch up on the story and stuff, you know, even though that game is a PvP game and you don't even need to participate in the PvE. I am a PvE Andy. So obviously I'm gonna do it. The way it is. Start with the quest, obviously. And then we'll just see where we get to. Getting 500 experience per kill, though. It's not terrible. But I think if I play again tonight, which I might. I didn't the other day, but I generally play a little bit. Probably be at the position where I want to be to get back into the PvP for another like 10 levels or so. The reason I'm a bit scared about being here grinding is because of the cast. Especially, you know, if you're just fighting something and then caster starts shooting at you. Like, they're not worrying when you're fighting them. It's when you're fighting something else. Then it's like, But these harpies are pretty weak, so they are a good target to grind on. And they're around our level. It's always a plus for experience. And they're harpies. Something to look at if you're a gooner or something. I don't know. Not wearing clothes. It's just that we've still got a whirlwind X, so even though they're weak, they still feel strong for us. But, you know, it is what it is. At least we have potions, right? And then this weekend, also, the final Formula 1 race of the season. There are still 3 drivers, somehow, that can win the championship. It should be over. It should have been over races ago. But somehow, with McLaren's fumbling, there is still the championship on the line. So that's exciting. There's either going to be a new world champion, or Max Verstappen wins his 5th. Either of those is pretty good for me, because, like, the storyline that Max gets from coming back from 100 points is pretty sick. But obviously I like when a new champion can be crowned also. So either of them is good. No matter what happens, I'm happy. Because somehow the season wasn't a terrible one. Even though it has been a weaker overall season than some others. Like, it's not 2021. It's not 2010, not 2012, you know. But it has been exciting in its own way. I just hope that it's actually good racing and not just someone crashing into someone, which, for some reason, the fan base of F1 has gotten so fucking toxic over the last few years. When there's an opportunity for someone to crash into someone, they're like, man, I hope that happens. It's, fuck. Like, what happened to people? A crash here and there is exciting sometimes, but you know, you don't want it to happen. Not like Destruction Derby. It's strange, honestly. As someone who's been watching since the 90s, like, why are people so weird now when it comes to the racing? You just want everyone to crash? I think this wind caller is gonna come over. Yeah. Here she comes. Don't really want to fight 2 of them on the warrior, not with the whirlwind X. If I had to beat a weapon, 100%. I would probably be okay to sweeping strikes, whirlwind, all of them. but I don't think it would go super well for us. I don't think we'd die, it just would be boring and terrible. And we don't want that. We don't want boring and terrible. We've already got that with our weapon. $100,000. Kind of sucks how these guys just instantly start casting, because usually when you charge at a mob it doesn't cast immediately. It gives you like a few seconds to, you know, use some rage or something. Not these. They're like, alright. Not using any rage on me. You're gonna interrupt my cast or you're gonna get smacked. Four casters then. Or James A. casters. I love James A. Caster. He's probably my favourite comedian. Because he's just a silly guy. You know, it doesn't even seem like he's trying to be funny, he's just trying to be silly. I like that. For me, someone who has to try to be funny is like, are they really a comedian? Comedians should just be funny without trying. Like, some comedians try too hard. You know, we have Taskmaster over here and in Australia, obviously, because everywhere's got a spin-off now. And it's just not as good. It's like the British one. I knew that was good. Didn't even know why I tried. Because our comedians try too hard to be funny. I think the New Zealand one has improved. However, I've heard some people like it now. But I haven't really watched since. But it's hard to replicate the original show, isn't it? There are things that make things special. Trying to get the same out of like a copy is difficult. Like when you make a video game. And then you make a second video game and it's like, oh, this is dog shit though. Speaking of video games, the new DLC for Total War Warhammer is out today. I don't think I'm going to be buying any of the new lords, but I will do some campaigns because they have changed some mechanics. Like the High Elves have new mechanics, which is good because I love the High Elves. They are my favourite. I like the Wood Elves as like a race in Warhammer, but the High Elves in Total War are definitely my favorite. They just play better. It was actually a lady did a cosplay of like a Wood Elf warrior, posted it on Reddit, and my first comment, well, not my first comment, my first thought was someone's gonna write wood, as in like, you know, a tree, WOOD, wood, and I was right. People are really horny these days, you know. But it was a good cosplay, and as a wood elf, or just elf enjoyer, also would. So I'm not any better. Look, like I said, if cat girls or elves were real, I ain't not a streamer. I'm spending my free time outside. Looking at cat girls and elves. You like what you like. I like cat girls and elves. Obviously. Hopefully we don't have another one that comes from somewhere, because this could be a little bit... Especially with all this missing that's going on right now, what the fuck? I had a miss Mortal Strike, a miss parry, or a miss overpower, and then a parry Mortal Strike. And a dodge in there somewhere. Get the overpower. Terrible. And let's see. The other wind caller. I knew there was another one around somewhere. And it resisted the charge. It might be our biggest Mortal Strike crit. It was only 684. Compared to my other warrior, which at this level was critting for over 1,000. Glad I got a dodge on one of them. Scary. Ish. Especially with them having heals. I don't know if I should do the escort now or just wait. I'm actually leaving the area. Now it really depends on if I want to grind these. Not like against it. They're pretty chill. But would it be more worth grinding furbolgs? So I don't need to grind as many furbolgs later on. We're probably gonna need to grind furbolgs no matter what. I guess we can do the escort and then side while we're doing that.
What brings you here?
O'Shea. Time to go back to Rock Biter. So come, let us go. Really? We've been walking for 2 seconds. That's the fastest she's lost interest ever. We literally hadn't even left the harpy camp yet. She was just like, I don't care. Crazy. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not like a hunter or something for Rugen to remember when he comes here. Okay, the bow hasn't even gone off cooldown yet. Lord. Really ADHD today. This is the most I've seen her just not be interested. It happened almost immediately and then before the cooldown. That's crazy. I thought she was about to do it again, but she was just saying, a bow. Such a sweet sound. Gonna get so mad, honestly. Especially when the bow has 20 seconds on its cooldown leave. Imagine if it did it again. Okay, keep up. Yeah, this one's okay. It at least was off cooldown. So, the fact I've had to press it 3 times within 3 minutes is a little bit concerning for her today. Having a really bad episode of ADHD, as I said. I think we'll run Shay over here and then we'll go and grind more. Might as well stay here. Get as far as we get here and then anything left of the level we'll go to Furbolgs, complete that so we can go to like Winter Spring and grab the flight path and everything. Okay, really? For a moment there I thought she was once again. She stopped. Made me a bit worried. Hopefully I don't get rabies. Rabid longtooth. Reinforced steel lockbox. We haven't had a lockbox for a little bit. Obviously we went and leveled our lockpicking on Lena. I think that's the first lockbox I've actually looted in quite some time. Take the money. Both good upgrades for strength alone, but strength alone will not win us this day. Alright, back to grinding. Here for the grind of a century. There was a guy in... So when I was playing Warhammer Online last night, there was a dude in chat just talking fucking nonsense for about half an hour. He was just talking to himself for like half an hour. Just absolute nonsense. until someone said shut up. And then he got real butthurt about it. But then at one point, during the, you know, guy talking nonsense continuously, even after being told to shut up, he did get real butthurt though. He was like raging while saying he's a good guy and people shouldn't be mad at him and all that. It's like, well, I think he might be drunk. But at one point, there was another guy that was like, oh, so the guy that was chatting nonsense said, you guys aren't apes. Because, you know, he wanted us to, I don't know, do something that monkeys and apes and gorillas can't do, I guess. And there's a dude in chat that was like, I am an ape. And then the guy that kept talking nonsense was like, no you aren't. Yes I am. No you aren't. And then I was just thinking, like, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, you know, if the guy wants to be an ape, let him be an ape. Who are you to say he can't be? And then right after that, the dude that was saying he was an ape said, if I want to be an ape, I'm an ape. I'm like, damn, same sense of humor as me. But it was just so weird. Like, he was just going off for like probably an hour overall. When he stopped, I was like, holy shit, he stopped talking. Did he fall asleep? You know, some people just get on the internet and they just can't help themselves from just being the main character or making a fool of themselves. That guy was definitely on it last night. We are almost halfway through this level, so this kill should get us there. But yeah, he was just talking. At one point, I was like, man, how do I turn this chat off? Because he's just yakking. I don't want to read it. It wasn't even like interesting, apart from the ape comment. I was like, what the fuck? It all started because he was having a rant about how order players didn't have any, you know, leaders, and all the destruction players were cheesing, doing all that stuff. For whatever reason, that just started him going off for an hour. And it was interesting because at the same time this was happening, Order 1 2 keep battles. Like, there were 2 keep battles and Order won them. So I don't know what he was talking about, having no leaders and stuff like that, because seemed we were doing alright. What would I know? I've only been playing a short while. I can have a Kang the Decapitator drop here, that'd be a pretty nice video game. But like any online video game, there are weirdos. And, you know, being a private server, it's probably more likely to have weirdos. Especially because it's free, you know? You don't need to pay for the game or pay for a subscription or anything like that. It's quite easy access. So I'm not that surprised when I see something like that go down. Zerg stops for a moment. Got 2 dodges in a row trying to get a thing up. No one. It was 3 special abilities and 3 dodges. Nice. Classic warrior, am I right? A very hit or miss class, I would say. Head up this way. Continue to 70,000 experience. We have handed in a few quests, so we've got some extra experience that we wouldn't have got. Yeah, we'll probably just stay here for another half hour. That harpy. She just run around the pillar. Stay in this zone, grinding harpies for another half an hour until our potions run out, and then probably furbolgs after that. So, I did just see a warlock down there. Maybe the grinding of the harpies will not be as easy. Maybe that guy wants to grind harpies as well. He did see me and run off. So I'm not sure. Especially if things have been killed, that probably means that it's going to be a bit hard. Where'd they even come from though? Like, I killed all these harpies over here. I think the Horde do have a harpy quest, and I think it is to just kill a certain number of them. I don't 100% remember because it has been quite some time since I played Ugro. So I guess we'll see. See if they leave or stay for a while. It'll make it a little bit worse, but you know, when you're grinding, I mean, if we go to furbolgs, we're probably going to have other people there. Stop missing. Just because the mob's our level doesn't mean we need to miss every attack. Had any good gear drops yet? Well, that's the worst miss that can happen. The pummel. See, when there are more of them around. Definitely don't want that to happen. He is just kidding. This wind caller? Got a pummel crit, which means that pummel's gonna do like 150 each redeem. It's not bad for a pummel. Got this little cut under my nose. I don't know, I think it was a pimple and I popped it. But I can feel it. Don't want to feel it. Feeling it. Just looted 4 silver, 44 copper. Had about 44.4 on the stream. I didn't see it directly, but it was 44.0 something. So, Very interesting. I think my only goal today is to get to 51. Obviously, with Formula 1 over the weekend, there is going to be 3 days before next stream. Tuesday I plan on streaming, but that is the day my friends get into town. So, it might not be a long. I'm probably only going to be here like 3, maybe 4 hours on Tuesday. It depends on them. Like, I'm going to basically message them and say, get set up. You know, get into town, get set up, and then let me know when you're a bit more terrible to fight. Let me know when you're ready to meet up. I'll just go out and say hi to them, you know. It's not really going to be the day where we're hanging out. I'll let them walk around and explore the town and all that shit. But I'm also down to hang out. Probably be doing something that night. Eight to 10 PM or something. There's an activity that you can only do at night, and I won't share it. Then people can triangulate my location. I don't need no weird stalkers from the internet. Like, when I lived in Dunedin, I did not mind telling people that I lived in Dunedin because it's a big city. Not like the massive city, but it's a big city. But when I live in a small town, no. Don't need to share everything on the internet. Like when people buy a new house or send their children to school or something like that, it's like, stop sharing it. Like, social media is full of weird people. I need to sneeze. I think it might be coming. I muted my mic, that's why I ran forward a little bit, because my mic mute button on OBS is actually... Well, it's not my auto run button, but I have to have the auto run locked, like num lock, you know, so I can press it, because it is on the numpad. Outside of stream, I would never use the numpad. So I muted my microphone, and the sneeze was about a millisecond from coming out, and then it just fucking disappeared into the ether. So I half sneezed. I'm sure it will come back later with violence. Weird. Like, I went, you know, prepped. I was halfway there, and then it just, no, I don't exist anymore. WTF. So we'll definitely make more bandages for our mage weaves that we get from this, but as you can see, we have a lot of mage weaves, so I might also be able to do some turn-ins. Always useful. As a warrior, we do use a lot of bandages, so we obviously want to keep them pretty well stocked. Surprised that harpy can't, like, through that wall. If this was a troll village, that harpy would be running at me. He all up in my shit. Oh, cheat. I shaved a little yesterday. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my beard might be a little bit trimmed. But I also shaved a little on my head. Not completely, just parts that were like growing too fast. Also, I was thinking about chemistry yesterday. You know, like I said, I was thinking about changing up some life stuff. So I went and did like a chemistry quiz just to see things that I remember. I have forgotten a lot. It's been over 20 years. Well, not quite 20 years. It's been about 20 years since I was in high school. And after that, I didn't really do any education, you know. So I've forgotten a lot, but there's still things that I remember, like compounds and density and all that, you know, the periodic table, is that what it's called? The table of elements. I don't know if it's the periodic table. It might be something different. It might be a math thing. So I still have very good knowledge of chemistry, I would say. Which is kind of crazy to me. Like, I always said that I was just naturally good at chemistry, though. I think if I really applied myself toward chemistry, I would have had a pretty good career in it. I don't know how it would work these days, though, if I decided to go that route. I'm old, and also, does AI steal that kind of work? But yeah, it was interesting to see exactly what I remember from about 20 years ago. The year World of Warcraft came out, I was getting academic and excellence in chemistry. After World of Warcraft came out, not so much. I would say I was probably one of the best in my year of high school in chemistry. And then WoW happened. So I was naturally pretty good at it. For whatever reason. I don't even know why, because like I said, I had pretty much everyone else in my year of high school that I was like friends with were just way smarter than me in every subject, apart from that one. So I don't know why I was actually good at it. Guess my brain just works in a chemist way, you know? My brain is the chemist warehouse. But right now, because of, you know, things that I've been thinking about recently, I'm kind of interested in going back to school for something like health sciences and chemistry. But I don't know if it's like too late for that, because by the time anything happens career-wise out of that, I'm gonna be in my mid-40s. I'm someone who likes to do new things. When I have my mind set towards a new thing, I'm like, alright, I'll give that a try. But maybe like 4 or 5 years of schooling is a bit much when you're going to be level 40, you know? Could save the world. Could cure cancer. But maybe I'm too old. Like I said though, if I had applied myself towards it when I was much younger, I think I would have never streamed. I wouldn't have had the time. But chemistry is also just fun, right? Like, I think it is probably the most fun thing to do because you're literally working with things that make up the planet. Like, there's all these elements that exist around us. That's chemistry. So I always have found it fun. So it would probably be the best thing outside of, you know, motorsport that I could ever think of doing. Good dodge, but they are healing each. You got to dodge. Thankfully the rogue feathers don't do much damage. Honestly, I don't know if I should, because I can just Google it. But for the first time in my entire life, after I don't really need to, I'm thinking about talking to like a career advisor just to see if there would be any worth in learning in that way. Because I desire change. It's just the person I am. I don't know if I can do design for 20 more years, you know. Especially with AI being the way it is. I don't even think it will even be the same in 20 years. Pink order, full group, 2 mages, good to go. We suck sometimes, ahead of Warrior Curse. Having 2 mages for Alderers sounds nice and all. The 48 Paladin and his 59 Hunter, Pete. Not a level 60 though, so it's not as cringe. He's one less cringed than a person being followed around by a level 60. Good on you, mate. Could be worse. About 10 more minutes of grinding and then we'll get out of here. It's the power to move. This weekend is usually when I would do some video editing. I think next week is the second week of no video. Yeah, we released Grocket's video a few weeks ago. A week and a half ago, I guess. But I don't know if I'm gonna have the time or energy to edit a video this weekend, I'm gonna be honest. Especially if I'm outside. But, to be fair, I'm sure you guys have noticed, I'm a lot less interested in making videos right now. There's just so much things that I want to do in life. So as much as I know how to edit videos and it's a good skill to have, I like learning new things. So I'm not sure I will actually edit Lena's video this week. It'll happen at some point. I mean, December's a pretty awkward time anyway, especially with so much happening. There's always a lot happening around December, isn't there? But especially this year for me. Parry. Favorite song from The Witcher 3? Parry. Not my favorite thing when it happens in WoW. There should be an overpowerful parry. Overpower should proc when you get dodged or parried. I like how overpower cannot be blocked, dodged, or parried, but it can miss. I was just about to say, and then it happened. I manifested it. I made it miss.
How generous.
Mr. Run around with your hunter Pete. And really good gear. That guy had a pretty good mace. I'm kind of glad I went and did the escort when I did then, because, you know, it's probably going to be not there for the next 10 minutes. So I actually did pretty good on that regard. That harpy's stuck in the tree. Problem is, because she's stuck in the tree, every time she resets, this mob's gonna see. I don't like that bug. It's probably the worst one in the game. Another mob resetting can reset your mob. Like, okay. Especially in a hardcore setting. You don't want that shit there, you know. Five minutes, then we'll be out of here and go kill some furbolgs for the rest of the level, I think. Gonna get another 5k experience, so you should only need like 30 to 35k XP on furbolgs. Harpy might be the tree harpy. Tree harpy's gone. Intriguing. Might be a few respawns momentarily here, so be a bit careful. That's the worst, man, when Mortal Strike misses. Fruity Rage. Well, actually, you don't use your Fruity Rage when it misses. You use some of your Rage, but not all of it, which is one of the best things about Warrior, honestly. Rogue has similar, like you don't use all your energy when you get a miss. It's not like getting a resist as a spellcaster, you know, which does use all the mana. In something like the Boomkins. Getting that happen is like, ooh. You don't want that. More back. Yes. Some pretty good crits. 16% crit chance. I feel like we're critting a lot. That amount of crit. Somehow the overpower doesn't crit. Alright. Okay, then let's get one more and then we'll go. Yeah, I love how the overpower isn't critting, but everything else is with like, you know, plus 50% crit with overpower. Alright, video game. If you say so. Alright, one more for good luck. Since it's on the way anyway. There we go. A nice execute. Our overall today, because we were doing these harpies, has gone up. Like, we've gone up about 7 damage. Pretty good. But I'm gonna say we get to 51 by grinding today, and then next stream, so next week sometime. Probably Tuesday. If not Tuesday, I'm literally only going to stream Friday. So probably Tuesday. Like Monday's gonna be off because I'll be sleeping off the Formula 1 excitement. Wednesday, Thursday is like dedicated to friends right now. Like they might not be in town those days. On one of them because I want to go to a lake that's close to here, which is good. I like it. I used to go there on school camps. It was fun. Too bad they're not going in winter so they can go ice skating, but hey, there's always next year. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's probably only going to be 1 or 2 streams next week. Hopefully 2. But we're probably going to go to Blasted Lanes. At 51. Can blast the Blasted Lanes again. Get to at least 52. Do some other stuff. Think about going to Ungaro Crater at 52. On the Warrior, I'm not like the most confident about Ungaro at 52. 53 would be okay. Azeroth Mummy. Will I make the boat or will I have to swim? Azeroth Mummy doesn't really seem to care about making the boat. They stopped on the hill. Twice. We made the boat. I've done this before, actually. With this specific boat. Where I had to jump. I'm just gonna stand here because I don't know if I'd like make it up. At least I can jump off at the port. Not. But yeah, this specific boat, I've had to jump on this window 2 times now during the hardcore meet. Kinda crazy how we find ourselves in this situation once again. Make our bandages. Be efficient about our time. Just gonna go to like 40 bandages again. Like I said, do a cloth turning. Get a little bit more experience. I got 2 little. Got one right at the... Where's the sun? Oh. Sun. It was a nice sunny day yesterday. I was like, it'd be a good day for a walk, but I put all my good clothes in the wash. Why I'm wearing this today. Because, you know, usually I'm wearing a black one, but yeah, I put them in the wash. So I thought about going for a walk today, but nah. I was basically wearing my pajamas. I don't think it would have been a good walk. I mean, it might have been. Like when I had to answer the door last week and I was having a shave before I answered the door. I'm glad I decided to put clothes on. But if the lady did look at me, he would have seen a package. Because I did not have underwear on. Just wearing some thermal leggings. And you know, they show things. So hopefully she had a nice look.
I am listening.
Go for troubles. Came to a house that wasn't the right house. She didn't do it on purpose, obviously. I think someone just typed their address in wrong. New shield for us.
May the stars guide you.
It was kind of awkward to have someone come up to your house and be like, these are for this person. And then I'm like, I don't know that person. Go and live here. A little bit awkward. But, you know, sometimes you gotta deal with it. Of course I got enough items. Alright, let's see, we are 32,000 away from loot.
Feel free to browse. Good luck, friend.
Do I have? I do. I'll go to Darnassus first.
Goddess.
Since we're going to be flying up to Ashenvale anyway, we might as well do a long flight. But I am going to be right back, so see you soon. I said I'll be right back. It wasn't like I'm going toilet or something. Even though I might have to before I finish the fruit box. If we have to, we've still got 8 minutes on the flight. I would say because we're only 30,000 away from leveling, we will probably be done within an hour. And you know, my only goal today is to hit 51, so we're gonna hit 51, pick the mail on this and other characters. We will have to get some mail out of this character's mailbox because some of them are timing out very soon. Sadly. But the other characters as well. And then yeah, probably gonna be it, so 2 to 3 hours depending on how long it takes, and that's probably gonna be our stream for today. You know, Desolus is not my favourite zone ever. But I do miss being the level Desolus is in the range of. Like, you know, 20s to 30s to 40s. 20s to 30s is good shit. And then, like, 30 to 35-ish. Pretty nice. That's the thing with the hardcore medley, because we're just leveling characters in sequence. I do miss a lot of the early levels. Like, I miss going through Darkshore and Westfall and all that stuff now, you know? It's been so long. Oh, nice. We haven't actually done the first part of Petty Squabbles yet. That's awesome. It's an extra 5k experience just for talking to a guy. Love it. So we'll get 3.3k experience from this Mage Weave. Then we've just got to grind 29,000 more. Which, you know, we will have feathers as well, so... As long as there's not too many people there, should be alright. The good thing about this reinforced steel is because we actually leveled Lena's lockpicking, we will be able to unlock this between this and the next leg of the medley, unlike the last time where we couldn't unlock reinforced steel. probably spent about 5 hours on Lena's stint just leveling lockpicking. Maybe not 5 hours, but up there. At least 3, I would say. Still haven't used the Thunder Brew's boot flask. It's just not something that comes to mind easily, you know? If I was fighting an elite in melee, then yeah, I'd probably... Like when we fight High Chief Winterfall, probably gonna blast this. I'm gonna be way more prepared on High Chief Winterfall this time, especially on my rogue. Which is probably, you know, gonna be the character that takes him out. May not take him out on all the characters, we'll see. But I'm gonna bring a frost protection potion, stuff like that. Because I think the frost shock is what did the most damage to me last time, I would say. See how things are looking over on Warhammer right now. 500 people playing. Pretty even tier 1, which is always good. Sadly, I haven't been able to play Warhammer with my friends recently because, you know, new World of Warcraft patch come out which has housing. Suddenly they all had time to play the video game. I guess, you know, when you're doing something that you like, it's a lot easier to find time for it. But it would have been nice to play some Warhammer with. But I told them if they're not gonna play, like, I'm down to play. I've got my 11/7 character that I'll level with them, but I'm gonna go play by myself. I do want to play the game. There are other guilds and stuff that I can join. For me, when I want to play a video game, I play it. But if other people want to play other video games and not hang out with us, well, it's okay too. I've got one friend who is a little bit more interested than the others in playing, but he wants to play Destruction, so we're probably going to have to play some Destro characters with him at some point. But I am going to level my Swordmaster and my Warrior Priest. Order. Mainly my Warrior Priest because I do actually like healing in that game. It's weird, but I do. But it's just one of those things, you know. People prioritize different things. It's no big deal. Charlie. I'm not going to force them to play if they don't want to. When is the first mail running out? 7 days. So as long as we play next week, we can actually leave that in there. these spider sausages out since they will go into the steak. Still haven't felt the need to use some mongoose elixirs. Like, obviously they're a little bit better. They give us 2% extra crit on top of the agility. But haven't felt the need to. I'm hoping when we play Friend, we get a bunch more Plague Bloom and Hanson Silver Sage.
Greetings, Asha Fela.
Nice. Might also be able to do another Mage Weave tuning after the Furbolts. I'll see. Ultra Polo. That's all we need to do here. Yep. Fly to Ashenvale. Feel a sneeze. That one didn't want to come out either. They're very nervous around you guys. My sneezes either just stop halfway through or they just don't count. You're making them nervous. Oh. Just one of the reasons why I'm only going to level 51 today. I wouldn't say I'm like super tired, but yeah, definitely didn't get a full night's rest. It was probably at least 5 hours. Generally want a little bit more. So many level 50s. Who would have mine? Also, depending on what's happening next year in my life, I may not play TBC again. This is funny. The last time TBC came out, TBC Classic, I was starting the business. TBC is coming back around for anniversary. I'm looking to change my career. TBC is the catalyst. Like, something in me knows that if I play TBC, I ruin all my life's chances, you know? Because I already did when I was 19? Yeah. Been around 19. I was making money at that time though, because I was able to buy my own computer, right? I paid it off, all that sort of stuff. Good to go. It was like $2,200 or something. But TVC was out, so I maybe didn't life as much as I should have. TBC Classic coming out, I didn't even touch. I was thinking about it, I was tempted. Obviously, I'd like to do a TBC anniversary hardcore run, but I've already quit retail WoW, basically. Maybe it's time to just go full cold turkey. Focus on the career. We can always come back in 20 years when TBC Hardcore Classic Anniversary Ultra Omega LOL comes out. It will still be the same game. That's the thing, right? For a lot of my life, especially in my 20s, I let life just pass me by and didn't really try that hard. There were times where I kind of gave up on it. Because depression or whatever. just aspects of life that I was just like, I'm not happy with, but can't be bothered. Like when you wake up and do the same thing over and over and over and over for like 2 years. Bad habits. But I don't want that anymore. I want to always be in charge of it, you know? Make sure I'm doing the best thing for where I'm at. New battle shout at 52, that's nice. And I'll probably go Blood Craze before I go Piercing Howl, but I generally do go Piercing Howl. Just for an AoE slow if I ever need it, for whatever reason. Like say a Devil Saw is following me, right? We definitely want a Piercing Howl. But I like Blood Craze because it's a little bit of health regen. It's not huge. But it's a little bit. And then after that, it doesn't matter. You go improved demo or improved battle shout. Booming voice if you want, I guess. Put 1 point in there and then get him rage. And that's after being the victim of a critical strike, which we are a bit, I would say. Hopefully we can find some more thorium on the way to 54. I would love to be able to get one of the Imperial Plate recipes. I think right now I would probably go braces because overall it's going to be the best upgrade. The shoulders obviously look cool. They would be the coolest one. But the braces are going to be the biggest upgrade at the moment for both of the characters. No buff popcorn? Bruh. There was a PvP flagged horde somewhere. Hopefully he hoofed away in safety. But I guess he aggroed one of the guards there. I'm not gonna look for him and chase him down. That's weirdo behavior. I have seen a PvP flagged horde in Ashenvale. There was a warlock when I was running over here on one of my characters. I'm not sure which one. Back when I was questing in Ashenvale. It was a while ago. Might have even been Francie though. Because I sort of remember Francie in Ashenvale at the time. So it does happen from time to time. It's a lot harder to get yourself PvP flagged here than it is in, say, Swamp Sorrows on Alliance, but some people manage it. Not impossible. So we need 29k experience minus any feathers that we get. Feathers are worth 550 XP, I think. Per 5. Yes. So we'll just monitor it as we go. I'm just hoping there's not too many people at the Furbolgs. We'll at least get our rep done. And if we need a little bit more experience, we can just go to Winter Spring also. Like 3k exploration. See? I like jumping when I'm on the mage or the warrior because then I don't have to hear this. Fucking terrible. If we jump perfectly, we never have to hear it. You still get the little whirling gizmos, right? But not the clank clank. The 57 priest. Why is there a 57 priest? Obviously you want some easy but I'll be honest. Go elsewhere when you're level 57. Like there's mobs up north. Places for me. Level 50. At 550 XP per kill as well, so pretty good. In line with how much the fevers are given. Might be someone else here too. All the mobs at the edge, which isn't great considering. I want to come here with like, you know, no one. Be a much better situation. But we'll deal with it. I mean, we've got to get the reap anyway. Oh, there's a lot of people. 56 rogue and a 57 priest. And a 54 hunter. Hopefully they're only doing like the reap to unfriendly and then they're leaving and they're almost done. The 54 hunter, it's whatever. But otherwise it's going to be pretty difficult to get a good grind on. Although we are currently doing amazing at seeking. We are the best seeker in the world. Just can't hit mobs. Berry. Get a bandage going just in case this Pathfinder spawns as I'm running in. 404 crit found. Hey, finally, one feather. And I'm like, yeah, the feathers will speed us up a little bit. We've got them. They have not been dropping. You know, I haven't really... There's a lot of priests in this game. Now I get it, as a priest who has been leveling a priest, as a priest who's been leveling a priest, as a person who's been leveling a priest, the mana cost of fortitude is fucking huge. So I kind of get it. But in the late levels, I have not been getting many fortitudes, and it's mad. Especially on the warrior, I like some fortitude. Having an extra like 500 to 600 health is as a priest who's leveling. Stupid ass. I do generally try to give people fort when I'm on my priest. But it just doesn't seem like a lot of other people win that. But like I said, I get it. It costs about 1,000 mana from level 40 onwards, so it's a lot. I don't know if that priest and rogue may have layer hopped. Hopefully. That would make things much better for myself and this hunter. I don't mind the 54 hunter being here, but a 57 priest and 56 rogue, that's gross. You gotta get the rate, but not while I'm here. It's 9-6. To be fair, even a 54 hunter is a little bit high. I can look past it. I think on my non-Medley warrior I did this at 52, maybe 51 though. And that's, you know, doing all the dungeons, stuff like that. Or did I do it before Marauding? I might have actually done it at 49. I did come here with the mage that I'm playing with that character. I was like, I'm gonna grind some Furbog rip. Anyone want to come? And we just went and did it. Like 15 minutes later, we were done grinding Furbog rip. Easy peasy. Don't know why that. Maybe they're looking for Pathfinder. Really? That hunter just did a full loop around. It might actually be trying to kill Pathfinder. If I see another Pathfinder, I'll try not to kill it. I just wasn't sure if they were like doing the quest or grinding, but seems like they're doing it. There is a very limited amount of Pathfinder, so it can be annoying. Oh. Damn. That's pretty nice. The entry into a fight. 19,000 experience. And 110 more reach. Definitely gonna get that before we get 19,000 experience, but we are gonna stay here. Get both of them done. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. One of my favorite times of the day. Okay, does the hunter still need the Pathfinder? Saw him down here. I'm not sure. If he does, well, no, it is what it is. I ain't gonna wait around. It might have been his last one he needed was at that camp though. Hopefully that's the case. I did steal one from him before. Wouldn't want to steal two. Not an ass. Just sometimes. Sometimes I take other people's mobs without realizing. He should have hunters marked it. Although there was a hunter in Searing Gorge when I was there the other day on this character, and he hunters marked the mob, which I was right in front of. Well, we missed. I was going to Mortal Strike, the healing wave wouldn't have done anything, and then we'd missed. Auto attack. Terrible. That's warrior. But yeah, he hunters marked the mob that I was obviously walking towards. I was just about to charge. So I charged it. Fuck you, man. Because your hunter's mark a mob doesn't mean it's yours. Especially when I'm within charge range. Two more fevers and we've got about 1,000 experience. Yeah, I guess after the furball killing that we're doing here, we'll also go up to Winterspring and Moonglade, get the flight pass. We did get the Runecloth bag and the major healing potion already, thankfully, so we don't need to like tempt the vendors. Good. I was a bit worried about the Runecloth bag, but we did manage it. Man, every mortal strike on this mob has missed. And that's a dodge. Terrible. Terrible RNG. 2 more bars. Hurry. I'm really looking forward to this weekend and next week. I generally don't go into a weekend and a new week like too excited, but yeah, I am. That's good. K. We should definitely be done within 45 minutes. If it takes 45 minutes to get 15k experience. A lot of misses, gonna be honest. Miss every attack, never level. Go mine that myth. I think it's still green. Oh, maybe we'll go mine it. Raw's over there and it's a bit scary. That food going. About to run out. We've got so much spider sausage we can literally have it on all the time. Wait for that Pathfinder to come. I think the hunter finished the quest and now he's doing his crime, which makes sense. It's what you do. So it's getting really windy right now, I can hear it. Hasn't been that windy over the last few days, but there's still spring. Why you just shot my mob? So the wind has definitely been a feature of spring. One hailstorm, which was kind of big, but not as big as like the hail that was happening in Australia around the same time, so I'm thankful. They had absolute golf balls. Actually, they were bigger than golf balls, honestly. think our hail was more golf bally. But that was a fun day to wake up from a dream about an invading force on the beach spamming war drums, and then you wake up and you understand why war drums are going off on your dream. That's a fucking hail. It was pretty crazy. Oh, really? Few times you go to execute and you get parried. Why even press the button? Asshole. Not nice person. But you know, it takes a shaman. And they rocked up with 3 people. Ugh. That's all. I missed. It's 100% a person who would take advantage of my miss with my bow and be like, oh, frost shot? 100%. I never like when, you know, a whole group of people rock up in a place that I'm at, because it's too many. I'm pop a potion. I don't think I need to, I just want to before they curse me, because I don't want to be like low health. I've got a lot of them. I have 20 in my bag right now. More reap, but 9,000 more experience. We got over 1,000 experience in the bank. Could have stolen it. You know that. Vetix. Could have taken that mob. Another person? And he's 57. Suddenly the whole fucking horde is here. Double gardener. Oh, well, we got the mortal strike up at least. They healed each other. I knew it would probably happen. Well, I was like, double gardener. 2 weapons. We are now unfriendly with Timbermore Hole. Is the wreck that I need to get through the cave. This could be interesting. 2 more strength, 3 less agility, 2 more stand. 3 less agility, is it? Oof, I think so. I would probably use that. We lose a bit, but you know, we're getting extra agility from potion. The extra strength and Sam is worth 100%. Our first actual gear drop. It was actually something useful. Want that mob? You can have it. Didn't look like he did for a moment, did he? Those other guys already leave, like they came in, killed everything, lay it out, maybe. I don't see them. Trying to speed grind their route. They don't want any competition. There are people like that. You know, if they get a little bit of loot competition or tag competition, it's like, well, gonna go to a new layer. I don't care. I play as if layers don't exist. I love when I actually fat finger my guild mate. Almost did the game when I swapped. That's the problem when I hit F3 if I'm doing it too fast, you know. F4 is right there. Good thing Alt's on the on the bottom of the keyboard. Can't be Alt F4ing in hardcore. Unless it's tactical. Ooh. Yeah, it seemed like they came here, killed things for a little bit, and then probably layered. All of them. Like there were 4 people that rocked up. There was a warrior, 2 hunters, and a shaman. Much competition. We get 2 more feathers. That'll be about 1600 experience. We're gonna need another 4k or so. Ooh. When you don't crit as hard, or you don't crit at all, but when you don't hit as hard as you thought you were going to. Big sad. The Whirlwind X just ain't cutting it. I hope the next time I'm playing Francie, if she actually makes it to 54 with the shitty weapon, that we have a weapon that is, you know, worthy of being in the 50s. I am not the happiest person about the Whirlwind X at level 50, I'm going to be honest. It makes it a bit more of a challenge. But I need my warrior to not be that challenging now. Also, I haven't had a frickin' sharpening stone on all day. 2 hours, no sharpeners. I'm very bad at that. I did get a level from that mine though, so. I don't remember what level it is for Rich Thorium, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty high. Like maybe even 290. At least 270. You know, I don't want to go to a Jara and see Rich Thorium that I can't mine. That would be big sad. Be able to mine that shit as soon as I see it. 2,000 experience to go, which is only like 4 mobs. But we don't need Mithril anymore, so I'm not going to take it. We are 270 or 265 blacksmith. All we need to do now is get thorium so we can make Imperial plate. Honestly. We'll kill this mob and then be done, I guess. "30 minutes of furball grinding, not bad." So it was an hour of harpies, 30 minutes of furbolgs to get 110k experience. Not too bad, is it? This level has been 3.5 hours though. There's been a little bit more time, but the grinding portion of it, yeah, an hour and a half. Thanks, rested experience. Not the guide or add-on, but the game mechanic. I would never thank the guide because I would never use it. That would be boring. I don't like using guides when it comes to video games. I guess we'll just ride up because I can't be bothered going to Ashenville. Blood craze. Get a little bit extra healing. Like 30 health every now and then. 2 strength, 2 agility, 2 stam, 1 spirit that level. That is a huge amount of stats. So we got our agility back. Not going to give us like the same amount of crit, obviously, but got our agility back. We're a level 51 Whirlwind Axe haver now. I'm gonna go and get the Moonglade and then the winter spring flight path. And then I'll jump onto the other characters for the week and get their mail. That guy looked like a shaman. Enhancement shaman, which I guess makes sense. Hunters and shamans share gear. And then next week when I stream, we will probably go to the Blasted Lands. It's probably going to be our first go to a place. We should have about half a level of rested as well when we go there, so that'd be good because, you know, Blasted Lands is a full-on grind zone. Hopefully Turamus won't be there again. He's terrifying. Bellwood music. The wolf howling. I love how wolves, like, put their... I guess it's to open up their throat when they howl. They put their head back. Seeing wolves do that is always so interesting. Because dogs don't do that. Dogs just howl. Wolves, though, they throw it back. Maybe some dogs do it, but generally it's just a wolf thing. They throw their head back. Howl. Dogs just fucking go at it, you know. But I guess dogs have been trained out of howling, while wolves, because they're more wild, generally, it's just what they do. It's always interesting to see a wolf beside a dog. Be like, those are your ancestors. How do you feel about them? Like, wolves are fucking massive. As much as I wouldn't love to be living in a time of like ancient times when, you know, humans were just coming into their own and developing, because it would have been absolutely crazy. People would have been dying to animals all the time, you know. If there was like a kill board, it would have been like saber-toothed tiger killed human, wolf killed human, rhinoceros killed human. Imagine. It would be interesting to see, like, exactly what was going on. But like, if we could just sit back and watch through all of human history, but it didn't take thousands of years to actually watch it. Maybe that's what we're doing right now. Maybe that's the life we're living, yeah. Maybe it is a simulation. Who knows? But it would be so interesting to watch through all of history and see exactly what was happening at every single point in time. There's some aliens up there getting that honor, that privilege. I wish that was me. I like observing things. That's why I like simulation games or something like Total War, where you're having a part to play, but at the same time there's also a whole world going on around you. But you have an overview of it. Obviously there's a whole world going on around you in real life. You just can't view it from the top unless you know how to like project your being outside of your body. Astral projection, you know? Get that going. Then you can see everything. Gonna jump down and run up to Moonglade first. I don't know if blacksmithing has anything to buy from either one of these turns into a vendor. I know one of them does. I know tailoring has mooncloth boots and maybe something else, but mooncloth boots are probably the main thing that we'll worry about. Don't know if blacksmithing does that. Leatherworking does, because that's where you get like the warbear harness. I had well, I still have a druid called Grizzly Hills. Fearless neat. Actually came out for once, nice. Actually got it out there. As it drains all my energy. But yeah, I had a druid called Grizzly Hills. And I used the warbear harness on her because naturally. Grizzly Hills was one of my favourite zones in WoW. So I had to name a druid after it. It was only fair, I think. It was in Legion. For Legion Remix, I made a druid. Crazy. I only played Legion Remix until I hit level cap. I got friends who played the heck out of it, you know, got lots of levels, all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay. It's when I started feeling like I didn't really care about playing retail anymore though. Like there's no point in playing Remix too hard if you're not going to play retail, because the rewards go towards retail well. Yeah. Housing is finally in the game, which, you know, the housing in WoW is much better than the housing in Final Fantasy. Maybe not right now because they haven't got everything working correctly. Apparently I've got a friend whose door keeps going to different places, which is interesting. The door's got a mind of its own. But I'm sure eventually it will be, because there's no sub cost and stuff that you need for a house, which is a good thing that Final Fantasy doesn't do. They make you pay in-game rent to have a house. It's a bit weird. But housing for me has never been like a big thing that I care about having in an MMO. Like, it's nice to have a place to live with your character, obviously. Like, that's why I bought a house in Final Fantasy in the first place. But it's not like a feature that needs to be in a video game for me to play the video game. And that's pretty much the only thing in Midnight that is even a little bit exciting for me. I'll watch the race to world first, but, you know, I don't really need to be playing to be a part of that. I'm just all over not excited about it. I think I just want to play real life MMO a bit more next year, especially, you know, upgrade the stats, level my cooking, level my strength, level my agility, all that stuff. Level my social skills. They definitely need some work. They're a lot better than they were. Like, I can just talk to people without, you know, being shy or nervous and stuff these days. I can go up to an attractive woman and talk to her. Fine. It's not like when I was in high school, if I see an attractive woman, I'm like, you know, you get the shakes. The very first day of high school, the girl that I liked, who also liked me, as it turned out, came up to me, and she started talking to me, and I was just like shaking. One of my best friends from high school came up like a minute later, you know, girl and I were just talking, sort of, because I was nervous and shaking. And the guy was like, "What are you doing to the poor boy? You made him all shaky. Look at him." It was such a funny interaction looking back on it. But yeah, I was not very good at talking to the ladies in high school. Maybe the last year of high school I was a bit better at it. I came out of my shower a bit and I was a bit more relaxed and comfortable. Especially when you've been around people for 5 years at that point, but that first year, oof, rough. It's the Winterfall runners. Gotta avoid them. I don't know if they aggro, but just in case they are level 57 and we don't really want to fight level 57s when we're level 51. Hopefully we get to do some farming in Lake Calterel at some. But these days I can see a woman that I find attractive and it's pretty alright to talk. Like talking to any other person. I don't have that crazy nervous energy anymore. Sometimes when I'm outside and, you know, not really... I still go AFK. Like I'm sitting there and just observing the world around me rather than being a part of it, even outside. I still do that. I liken it to going AFK in a video game. Because I'll just sit there and be quiet, but listen. If someone involves me in the conversation, I'll be part of it, but otherwise. I just like being an observer. Sometimes. Could I grab these? Go to them plague? Probably not. I mean, one of them is in the Western, so get that one. That's 500 experience as well. What are these? I don't remember them showing up there.
Can I help you?
This
See
one?
you around. For the Alliance.
We'll leave the other two because they're Eastern, and we'll probably go to Eastern after we're been here a little bit.
I have a deal for you. Be good.
That'll let last fever because I'm really gonna go grinding here. Grab the flight path and then probably Perth. We could go grab the Western Plague Lanes flight path now.
I am.
Perf. We do have a few quests to hand in Western. Get 3k experience. Let's go grab that flight pass. Dead person. Ah, dead body. I kind of want to play Skyrim again. I don't know why. I just have a little desire to. I think I saw someone playing it in a video
Well
yesterday, and it made me kind of want to play a
Safe
little bit. It's a beautiful game, you know. I like being around nature, and being in Skyrim is pretty good. We'll see. Also, someone joined my Discord and sent me a message request that went into my spam. So I assume it's just like a graphic designer. But I'm not 100% sure yet. But I will make this very clear to any graphic designers. I will ban your ass as soon as I have a reason. From stream, from Discord, from everything. It's basically like being a cold caller, is what you're doing. And I hate that kind of person. I'm gonna be honest. Especially if you start messaging people on my Discord. I will take you down. Maybe I'll make a note about that in Discord, actually.
Potential customer.
Don't need any of that. I think someone that they followed the stream. There was a person talking in here for like a good hour last stream. And they followed, but they unfollowed when they left the stream after like an hour of chatting. They seemed like a normal person, but they were trying to push some like emotes and stuff like that. So I think they were also a graphic designer. They weren't like the most pushy person about it, but they were definitely trying to... I don't know why I'm going this way. I guess we'll go in this way, the Western Playgrounds. They were definitely trying to steer the conversation towards talking about them. But it's quite bad when, you know, you're having a conversation with someone and you're just talking about stuff and it's going alright, and then they're just trying to get something out of you. That's why I'm always cautious when I am chatting to someone new on Twitch these days. Because a lot of the times it's not actually someone who cares to be there. They're just trying to, you know, make money. Which I get, you gotta make money, but I don't. Doesn't mean I have to like it. We say as someone who's done graphic design. Like, that sort of stuff does not sit well with me. Any Red Dragon today? Last time I was here on Francie was doing the Whirlwind Dance, which we still have. And we did see the Red Dragon. He made me reset Cyclonian. Bastard. I wonder if I could kill him. I think he's only level 44, right? Maybe Lisi. Might still be a tough battle on the warrior. Dragons don't really hit that fast, so retaliation isn't even that good against. Like, I'd probably use maybe 5-6 stacks of it. Unless we can parry a lot, and I mean he parries a lot, and then we get more. Lip full of dip.
Can I help you?
Change name.
Be careful. Have a good one. See you around.
Cleared away is a quest we can do, but I'm not going right
Have a
now.
good one. Farewell. See you around.
We'll wait to get our commissioner.
Be careful.
What can I help you with? Light flesh.
I'm going to take Francie down to Ironforge.
Off and away.
That guy's name that just hit 60 sounds like Mitsubishi if you say it fast enough. It's Mafia Nasubi. Mitsubishi. Basically the same thing, right? $148,000 experience. I saw a video yesterday. I didn't watch it, but you know, I read the context. I watched it for about 2 seconds. I don't know if it happened on a live stream. It might have. But there was a special needs person. He looked maybe in his 20s, 30s, but he was also small, so he had some sort of dwarfism. And he was saying the N-word. He was white. But there was a person who was making a big deal out of it. Now, I don't like when people say the N-word. Obviously. Because I'm also white. So when I'm around people that are saying it, I'm like, that might be a racist. But when it comes to people who have, like, mental disabilities in some way, I think a little bit of leeway has to be taken, because sometimes they aren't aware of what they are saying. You know, you might hear it in a song, and then maybe they listen to like a lot of rap songs. They hear it a lot. All stuff like that. But there was this person who, I don't even know if they were black, but they were filming, who was making a really big deal out of it. It's like, you know, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, it's a bad thing to be doing, but on the other hand, like, he may not know. So I'm not even sure who I would side with in that situation, but probably neither of them, to be honest. I'd want to get out of the situation. But I saw that video. I only watched it for like 2 seconds. Basically, I was like, I don't really care enough to, you know, I know this person is mentally handicapped. The other person is trying to be the main character, so neither of them are people I would support in the situation that's happening. But I put a little more leeway towards the mentally handicapped person because they may not know what the fuck they're saying. You know? Life is not all black and white. But yeah, I saw that and I'm like, it'd be crazy to be in a situation where you are either of those people. I'm thankful that I at least think about things and can analyze things to know what is right and wrong. Because a lot of people don't have that. Whether it due to disability or just stupidity. You know? But that was like the controversial video that I saw yesterday, definitely. Like I said, I probably only watched like 2 seconds of it. I might go in hand in the Mage Weave for the Iron Forge. Because then we can do the Runecloth one here. Eventually. We won't be able to do many Runecloth turnings, but
What can I do
any
for you?
that we can
Safe
would be
travels.
helpful.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Because they are worth 6.6k experience. Do that at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna log off Francie and go check the mail on the other characters, and then we're gonna end for the day. I streamed for a bit longer than I thought it would. Just less than 3 hours. Not the longest stream, but yeah, it's one of those days where I'm like, alright, I achieved my goal, I hit 51, it's good enough. Did actually need them. This gun is better because it has agility on it. But we won't equip it just yet because we might get an even better one before we play. Alia has nothing. It's okay, Alia. You're really well geared anyway, you don't need items. Rocket probably has some stuff. Rocket always has some stuff. Lena and France. Makes sense. I didn't play last Friday, so... Here's our recipes. Our Runecloth bag. We do have a second elixir of the mongoose recipe, so I sent it to Grocket for safekeeping. Yeah, we can make Runecloth bags now. So that's cool. We have been finding some 14 slot bags, so I don't even know how many we'll have to make by the time we get to Grocket, but probably not too many, honestly. Any of this stuff is... Leagues are worse than it. Is what it is. We won't open the lockbox just yet. Brand. Mail. Check anyway, just in case. And finally, Baumer, which it will definitely have some because we logged into Francie and enter some stuff. As you can see. I probably will take these potions out on this character because by the time we log into Baumer next, probably going to be about that time, isn't it? I wouldn't say those are better than ours, but they do have mithril spurs on them. This is amazing. Yeah. Sick upgrade. We got this bout, which is, I guess, better. These, which are better. Probably going to be using this eagle sword. Because, does more damage. There's some alright items coming. Bama. Anyways. No point checking Garland, he's still dead. Level 51 has been achieved. 3 more levels to do on the warrior. We've done 4 out of the 7. Hopefully next week I'll have enough time to get to 52, but I don't think 53 is going to happen because, like I said, there might only be 1 stream next week. Should be 2, but there might only be 1. I've got friends in town, and I'll probably be hanging out with them rather than streaming. I'm gonna be honest. Streaming is my hobby, right? Hanging out with my friends is a bit more important. Especially when they're from Australia, and I have not met them in real life, so yeah. It'll be fun. No matter what. Getting to meet new people for the first time, even though I've met them for 10 years now. Well, one of them. One of them I've known for about a year. The other 2 I have no clue who they are, so they will be fresh new people who might become friends, who knows. Anyways, I'll see you guys when I see you next. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are in the world, and have a good weekend. If you're a Formula 1 enjoyer, don't be a weirdo about whoever wins. Just enjoy it. You know, we either get a new champion or we get a 5-time champion who came back from 100 points behind. Either of those is really cool. I don't know why there's so much hate. I understand why towards Lando, because sometimes he does say things that he shouldn't say, but so does everyone else. They're all spoiled rich kids in the end. We don't have anything in common with them. Some of them do play video games though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you next. Have a good one. And if I see you on Tuesday, cool. If not, I'll probably stream next Friday. That's probably going to be the only day I can confirm. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye. Have a good one.